Okay, guys. Hope you're mentally and physically well. If this is your fifth or fourth time back, um, subscribe because you like it here. If you want to see my videos in your algorithm, then like this video. Okay, this video is about the changes being made to TikTok. Cool. Check it out. The channel is James Lee, 4951. Uh, yeah, cool.
Oh my God, this is real. You literally cannot even type in the word Epstein on TikTok. This is insane. The once almighty TikTok, the app that Congress said we have to ban because of Chinese censorship, has officially fallen to, well, I'll just let the new CEO of TikTok tell you.
We made a change to designate the use of the term Zionist as a proxy for a protected attribute as hate speech. So if somebody were to use Zionist, of course you can use it in the sense of you're a proud Zionist, but if you're using it in the context of degrading somebody, calling somebody a Zionist as a dirty name, then that gets designated as hate speech to be moderate.
What the hell is this, man? What happened to freedom of speech, man? Because Zionist is not even a race. It's not um, like Jewish. It's not like cool. If you was to ban anyone calling someone um, like you're Jewish scum, meaning that their skin color or their look as a Jewish person is inferior. That would be racist. But Zionist is basically the state of um, Israel that was given to the UN um, on other people's land. So I don't understand. Zionist is not a race. You know, it's not a like if you insult Zionism, you're not insulting someone's race or their features or you know or, or that's a liberty, man.
Against.
And that gives you a bit of a clue as to what the TikTok ban was always all about, which is censorship on behalf of a certain foreign nation. Israel wins TikTok. Larry Ellison and a constellation of billionaires will finally get their way buying the very app they wanted to kill a year ago for being, quote, too Palestinian. Nope, I'm not going to beat around the bush with you guys. They say, turns out TikTok did not need to be eliminated. It is a message force multiplier after all, and it requires apparently just the right people to own it. Like Oracle co founder Larry Ellison, the second richest man in the world and the single biggest private donor of the Israeli Defense Forces, who has referred to the state of Israel as his own. And let me tell you, the pro Israel changes have come swift and fast. Right away, users notice something very, very weird. Just look at the search bar. I don't know why Israel would pop up here in this particular search. Here's another one. The user simply typed in ST.
Damn. So they're trying to force feed you. They're trying to make when you type in Israel, only positive things comes up. Oh, this app is crazy, man. I'm not even on the TikTok, but wow. Come on, man. How is this? How is this quote unquote democracy or freedom, man? What the hell? What's the point of? What's the point of having this app?
Into the search bar, and there it is again. Like Oracle co founder Larry.
This is bloody 1948 George Orwell, man. This is blatantly like Orwell, like crazy, man.
Ellison, the second richest man in the world and the single biggest private donor of the Israeli Defense Forces, who has referred to the state of Israel as his own. And let me tell you, the pro Israel changes have come swift and fast. Right away, users notice something very, very weird. Just look at the search bar. I don't know why Israel would pop up here in this particular search. Here's another one. The user simply typed in ST into the search bar, and there it is again, the official account of the state of Israel. Evidently, it doesn't really matter what you're trying to search. Israel seems to always pop up.
Oh, this is terrible, man. This is terrible. Ah, But if they buy YouTube, this is over, bruv. Do you know what's scary is that YouTube. It's not like we have like you do have Rumble and you do have like Twitch and all these other things. Yeah, I think Twitch is mainly for gamers and stuff. But what's scary about this is that everyone uses YouTube. Like there's Rumble, but Rumble, I don't think the majority of people online. I think maybe 20% of people know who Rumble is or Rumble will know the term Rumble. If you was to go to the high street and ask people what is Rumble, I don't think it's between 10 or 20% of people. Maybe if 20% is a bit too much, I'm sure if you went on the street, if you go on the street and ask people who YouTube is, everyone's gonna answer. At least 90%, no, not even more than 90% of people are gonna say if you go up with a mic and a camera on the street and say, "Do you know what YouTube is?" They're gonna know. If you ask them what is Rumble, what is Twitch, or what is Kick, they're not gonna know. So this is scary because if this guy or some rich Zionist millionaire decides to buy YouTube, then your outlook on your outlook on the world is gonna be skewed unless you've got you know crazy.
I was right. I was right. Everything I say is right. You'd be better off if you did what I said. I have no sympathy. You should have listened to me. I was right. I was right. I was right.
It's the auto sale. What's not to love? Get the Google Pixel 10 Pro and save up to $700.
I was right. I was right. I get that they're trying to conduct some kind of psychological operation here, but isn't this a little too on the nose? You know what I mean? And look, the search thing isn't even the craziest thing that is going on. People are reporting that simply typing in the word Epstein gets your account flagged and is apparently a violation of their new community guidelines. Yeah, check this out.
What if I type in Epstein? It will get me my account flagged. What? This is crazy. This is crazy, man. Someone big, because this guy gets quite a lot of views, but someone big like Candice or Tucker need to cover this, man, because their audience, when they say something, the vast majority of people get to hear it. You know. Yeah, I don't think Piers Morgan will cover this. This is crazy, man. Patrick, but David definitely is not going to cover this. Never is, yeah. You're not going to see this on Valuetainment. He's typing.
Oh my God, this is real. You literally cannot even type in operation here, but isn't this a little too on the nose? You know what I mean? And look, the search thing isn't even the craziest thing that is going on. People are reporting that simply typing in the word Epstein gets your account flagged and is apparently a violation of their new community guidelines. Okay, check this out. Oh my God, this is real. You literally cannot even type in the word Epstein on TikTok. This is insane. Hey, by the way,
what the hell is going on with this app, man?
Who did Epstein work for again?
The real answer is Jeffrey Epstein was working on behalf of Intel Services, probably not American. And we have every right to ask, on whose behalf was he working? How does a guy go from being a math teacher at the Dalton School in the late 70s with no college degree to having multiple airplanes, a private island, and the largest residential house in Manhattan? Where did all the money come from? And no one has ever gotten to the bottom of that because no one has ever tried. And moreover, it's extremely obvious to anyone who watches that this guy had direct connections to a foreign government. Now, no one's allowed to say that that foreign government is Israel because we have been somehow cowed into thinking that that's naughty.
Probably just a coincidence that the country that Epstein allegedly worked for no longer allows his name to be uttered on the app that they just purchased. Oh, and what was that?
But Epstein has nothing to do with Israel at all. Someone who bought TikTok and is a Zionist has stopped you, has stopped you from getting your channel flagged. And this is an ongoing issue in America because they said they're going to declassify the Epstein files. Yeah, but you can't type his name in. Why? What is he, a hero? Is he a hero that you don't want defamed or something? Crazy.
One country that is a safe haven for people like Epstein. I'm going to tell you guys right now, do not Google this. I would not want to be responsible for sending you guys down an antiseptic rabbit hole. I'll just say that this is the kind of notice.
Antiseptic. That's a medical term, but it's good because it's so close to the other word that that can stop you from getting what is it, banned or flagged or whatever. Antiseptic. That's a good one.
Saying that unfortunately put Charlie Kirk right in the crosshairs of his donors. But interestingly, the censorship, the Epstein censorship, only applies to American users. You can see here, one of the users, the American one, the light color one, it is a violation of community guidelines, but this darker color, this is a European user and they can type Epstein, no problem. Yes, we are being walled off. Okay, we have a lot of foreign.
That's dumb. Why? Okay, I understand because in Europe, I understand. In Europe, you can't really vote for Israel. In America, APAC is deep into the political system. That the next voting, that comes up, like if you vote pro-Israel, it's supposed to be gonna get you more chance of not being elected. Yeah, Israel is involved in European politics, but it's much more subtler and behind the wall and like thingy. Whereas APAC is openly known, that like most American politicians are get funded by APAC and it's public knowledge and stuff and it's very in the open. But the American public have turned on Zionism and stuff. So if you have any links to Israel and stuff, it's most likely gonna stop you from from winning the election, and that's on both the conservative Democrats and Republican side.
Creators outside of the United States reporting that their videos are no longer being shown to Americans. This is one example where this creator used to have 40% plus of his audience coming from the United States, but right now, after the algorithm change, no more US users.
Posted my previous TikTok on American Wi-Fi and it was on 0 views for genuinely the longest time. And I thought I was like exempt from that. I just posted it. I literally had to stand outside and post it on British internet because I still have my British number. It posts immediately. People see it immediately. I think my follow account is like 30% Americans. I don't think they're seeing my content anymore. I don't think they're seeing.
1984, George Orwell. I can't believe it, man. I cannot believe this stuff. And they keep on boasting about Israel as the biggest democracy in the Middle East. Get out of my face, man.
I don't know what's happening.
Well, what's happening here is that we are becoming kind of like this other country that we say is really bad and evil, that has some kind of great firewall that prevents their citizens from.
Let's talk about China. I don't believe anything the US says about China. I do not believe anything negative that comes out of the USA, mainstream media, or politicians about China. I don't believe. Same thing about the Middle East, same thing about Iran, same thing about, Africa, same thing about any non-Western European thing. I don't believe anything the mainstream English media says about them. America or European media say about. I don't believe anything you say. Because the reality is you don't just want to conquer the world, take their resources, and then throw the label of freedom and democracy on top of it.
Information from abroad. Yes, we're becoming China, except we don't have the awesome bridges and the high-speed trains and the nice roads and the free healthcare.
Welcome to Best Heating, your home's bestie for beautiful warmth.
There is also reporting that the new TikTok algorithm is going to deprioritize news or political content, especially from content creators who are not part of their approved news accounts. And that is the goal, to make TikTok a mostly apolitical platform, except for the politics that have been approved by intelligence. This is from Mint Press News. TikTok is being run by a bunch of Unit 8200 agents, which is the Israeli version of the NSA. Root Medallion, who works on the trust and safety team on TikTok, based in...
This guy is an excellent researcher, man. Follow him, James Lee. James, you know how you spell that. Li 4950. I'm not sure what 4950 stands for, but he's a good researcher, man. The way he presents it is clear, the graphics are crisp. It makes it very simple to understand and stuff like.
New York, and would you look at that? Israeli Military Intelligence Unit 8200. Here's another one, Omer Carmeli, Global Marketing at TikTok, former Field Operations Specialist, IDF Elite Intelligence Unit. Einav Mir, Client Solutions Manager at TikTok, and she used to be, would you look at that, a web intelligence analyst for the Israeli Military Unit 8200. Probably just a coincidence, right, guys? Okay, this is important information to know. Former Unit 8200 agents working hand in hand with the Israeli National Security State have gone on to create some of the world's most notorious malware and hacking products. A case in point is the Pegasus software used to spy on more than 50,000 journalists, politicians, diplomats, business leaders, and human rights defenders. Known purchasers of Pegasus include the CIA and the government of Saudi Arabia, who used Pegasus to spy on Washington Post journalist Jamal Khashoggi before he was assassinated by Saudi agents in Turkey. All sales of Pegasus had to be approved by the Israeli government, who reportedly had access to the data Pegasus foreign customers were accruing. Former agents of Unit 8200 doubtless possess highly desirable tech skills and knowledge. However, given the organization's past and present actions, it is highly questionable that global tech companies hire them, especially in roles that give them access to sensitive user data and decision-making power over the content of their platforms. That is not ideal, to say the least, but has always been the goal from the very beginning. Just look at their new terms of service, which will collect basically everything from your phone, including now your medical information. Look, I'm not going to say that TikTok wasn't spyware before when it was owned by the Chinese, but the new masters have officially taken it to a whole nother level here.
We have to fight with the weapons that apply to the battlefields in which we're engaged. And the most important ones are in social media. And the most important purchase that is going on right now is class TikTok. TikTok. Now,
A president of a foreign country actually said this openly. Is he in America or is he in Israel? If he's in America, this is a liberty, bro.
Number one.
TikTok is priority number one for Israel. I honestly don't know how any of this could be any more clear. The supreme leader of Israel is explicitly stating that they have to have the app in order to do propaganda. Yet, American politician gaslighting.
Isn't this infiltration? Another government bragging about we need to control what another country's people think towards our country. So we're going to buy one of the biggest media apps in that country to control. Like, this is crazy, man. How is this legal? Don't Americans watch this shit and think, like, get angry at this? Well, he's American, but like, I don't think mainstream America knows this, bro.
Has already begun. We got politicians like Gavin Newsom saying it's time to investigate, that he's launching a review into whether TikTok is violating state law by censoring Trump-critical content. Once again, this is the two-party duopoly, or better yet, the uniparty, trying to convince us that this is a left-right issue when it's really not. Just a reminder that it was Biden and the Democrats who enacted the TikTok ban in the first place because of pro-Palestinian speech or the proliferation of pro-Palestinian content on the app. And of course, they knew at the time that this would open the door for someone like Larry Ellison to come in and take over. And this is exactly how the two parties, the Democrats and the Republicans, work in tandem in support of a certain foreign nation. But the good news here is we can actually do something about this. Okay, in many cases, we as regular people, we have no power. We don't really have the power to stop foreign wars. We don't have the power to prevent Congress from insider trading. We can't really stop private equity from buying houses. But in this instance, we as consumers have all of the power, right? Because social media apps, they can't function without users, and they will also cease to exist without creators. So if you don't like what's going on right now at TikTok, go someplace else. Go tell your favorite creators where you're going, because as a creator, I will go where the people are. For example, a new social network called Upscroll is seeing massive surges in downloads following TikTok's US takeover.
I'm gonna check this out, man. Up scroll. Okay.
It is right now sitting at number 2 in the iOS App Store. Upscroll.
I hope it overtakes TikTok, man. I hope it overtakes TikTok. That designer Upscroll he's so fortunate that yeah. But the only thing is the people in Israel, the people on TikTok, it's gonna be very hard for them to say to other people on TikTok, listen, um, we need to move off this app. But he did show one clip of TikToks of people talking about talking about Israel and so forth. So yeah, I'm sure the people on TikTok will say, listen, let's get off this app and go to the Upscroll or another app like it.
The app was founded last year by Issam Hajazi, a Palestinian, Jordanian, Australian technologist, with the aim of giving users a place to freely express thoughts, share moments, and connect with others. According to the app's website, the team behind the app says that they're building a platform that belongs to the people who use it, not to hidden algorithms or outside agendas. Once again, the power is yours, guys, and I hope.
It's nice that they mentioned. It's nice that they mentioned. It seems they're clued up about the Zionists and stuff like that because they mentioned outside agendas. So yeah, hopefully they'll be unbiased. You know, whether it's Israel, whether it's the Middle East, whether it's um, Africa, whether it's Europe, whether it's hopefully they'll just like say whatever's going on. You know.
You go out there and take it. That is it for me this week. Let me know what you think. Are you on TikTok? Have you noticed changes? And if so, do you still plan on using the app? Sound off in the comment section below. If you want to support the work that I do, my journalism, you can go and become a member at my website, 5149jameslee.com, and fight back against these evil forces. You can also pick yourself up some merch there. But if you're not able to contribute monetarily, no worries at all. Just take a second to like this video, share it with your friends and family, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can be the first to know when my next video drops. As always, love to thank you for your time, and I'll see you in the next one.
We really do need to ban TikTok once and for all. And let me tell you why. For every 30 minutes that someone watches TikTok, every day, they become 17% more anti-Semitic, more pro-Hamas based on doing it.
Shut up, man. I can't believe this crap, man.
Queens, like American Black women, my sisters. It's looking like if y'all want to be treated as a queen, you gotta go to the UK and find a black man from there. I know y'all are seeing this trend of American Black women. I know y'all are seeing this trend of American Black women getting with black men from the UK and those men treating those women as straight queens. Like American Black women, my sisters. It's looking like if y'all want to be treated as a queen, you gotta go to the UK and find a black man from there.
I'm not saying that it's off the table. I just want to know what benefit would I get for being a stepfather? Would a man be wrong for asking a woman that?
I think it's a loaded question because why are you asking me that? I feel like as a man, you should know if you're coming into a relationship where there's children involved, I don't think that's an appropriate question to ask in terms of what's the benefit that I get for being a stepfather to your children. Like, that doesn't even sound right to me.
No?
Because I'm going to look at you like you're crazy.
Okay.
Because I feel like if you know that I have children, you should already start programming your mind to think, okay, I'm going to be around her children.
Okay.
My question is, why should I want you around? What benefits do we get from having you around? So that's what I would need to know. Like, what are my children going to see in you? What are my children going to know? Like, what?